make boba with me. Start off 1/4 cup brown sugar and 1/2 cup of water. And then you just mix it together. Put it in the microwave for 30 seconds so the sugar dissolves. Mix in 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch. And mix her up until there's no more lumps. Back in the microwave, and you're going to microwave it for a total of 60 seconds, but do it in 15-second intervals. I mixed it briefly just because I was kind of curious about the texture, like what it was like. It was just kind of starting to get thick. We filmed doing the 15-second intervals twice, so do it 2 more times after, 2 more times than I did, showed you. Yeah. Out of the microwave she comes, and yeah, she's kind of thick. I just mixed it up because I was curious about the texture again, and then you want to let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes to let it cool off a little bit. Gradually mix in about 1.5 to 2 cups of tapioca starch until it forms a non-sticky dough. Here is just filling, I think, 1/4 cup every time. Yeah, I couldn't really feel mixing because it's very thick, as you can see. Yeah, and it will start to look like that. And I think that was maybe after like 1/2 cup or so. After adding all of my tapioca starch, I wanted to roll it out a little bit. You don't have to do this, I just did, and I put tapioca starch down. And by the way, tapioca starch is the same as tapioca flour. Same thing, just 2 different names. Yeah, and I just kind of put it down. It was still a little sticky, so I was just going to work it into this dough. I couldn't film it because I needed both hands. So I flattened it out, and then I cut it into slices. You don't have to do this, I just kind of did it to separate it. I was gonna slice it the other way and make squares, but I decided not to. And then here's a time lapse of me rolling it into balls, and oh my god, it took so long. Process took so long to make them all into balls, and they were not perfect at all, and they were all different. Next, we're gonna cook the boba. So I got a pot, and I'm gonna fill it with water in a second. If you want to, you can keep your boba good if you freeze it before cooking it, and then you can keep it in the freezer and just cook what you need for later, whenever you want it. Okay, and all filled up, cool. I turned it on. I just turned it high, medium high, because I wanted the water to boil real quick. Once the water is boiling, you can add your boba. Mine was in the freezer at the time, and I just took it out and put it in. Yeah, and it doesn't stick because you want to cover them in tapioca starch. And then you set a timer for 20 minutes. Just kind of let them boil 20 minutes. You don't really, I sometimes will stir them a little bit, but you really don't need to. 20 minutes is done. Turn it off, turn the stove off, and you just cover it. And then you're gonna put them back, leave them for 20 more minutes. after 20 minutes, your boba will look like this. So it'll kind of be colored on the inside, and then it'll kind of have like a clear outer. And then you want to add, you want to drain and rinse off and put brown sugar in. I just put about a spoonful. I added a little too much because I just like very sugary drinks. You want to heat it up just so the brown sugar just dissolves. You don't want to cook the brown sugar too much. You just want it to just dissolve. If there's a few grains, that's good. That's fine. Poured it into my drink. I just have a big glass cup here. And then I saw some people like they would roll it around the glass so it would like kind of be like pretty decoration, the brown sugar syrup, but it did not stay, as you'll see later on. So I left my black tea overnight. I just let it, put it in a cup and put it in my fridge overnight. It's just plain black tea. And then I'll just pour it in. I just used all of it since it is a giant cup. I added a bit of caramel extract, completely optional. I love caramel, so yeah. And then I just added milk for pretty much the rest of the way. I think I added a little too much milk, unfortunately. Then I was going to taste test it. It was pretty yummy. However, it was a little bit too warm, so I had to go and get ice cubes. And then it was perfect. I tried it. Unfortunately, my straw is too small, and I couldn't get any of the boba. It was not a boba straw, so I just kind of ate it. It was very yummy. I would say I succeeded. Thank you for watching. Bye!